Welcome to Schumann Stadium in Muncie, Indiana, home to the Ball State Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Eastern Michigan Eagles, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Ball State Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Cardinals will put total leather and will get started. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. So Eastern Michigan's offense takes the field. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Eastern Michigan going fast.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your...
He's going to take a shot. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Stevens. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Cardinals are on the move.
Check. 42, Spider.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals.
This guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Ball State takes over the football and the Cardinal offense headed out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Got it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off the play fake. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Looking to get it in. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14, Eastern Michigan, 0.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the... breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. The Eagles in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it along the sideline. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
To the air on first down. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
At this point, and that's good enough for a first down.
Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tempo and overdrive. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run play action. Got his man on the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And the Eagles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Eagles! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Single back formation, and they give it to it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Balls and fired complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at...
Looking to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go.
Turning it on! Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Cardinals are on the move. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the 1st quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the catch. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Cardinals didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ball State. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The Cardinals headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught close to the marker, it's Stevens. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Catch in the middle, it's Stevens. Touchdown, Ball State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Now facing a 3rd and long. It'll be a draw. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And the Cardinals want to move quickly.
That's another Ball State first down.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Punched it out of the air. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Under fire. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals!
When you get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
35, Eastern Michigan, 7.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Power football with the run. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here. When unloads it downfield. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Cardinals will hustle to the line. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stevens. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
Now, Ball State.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Quarterback may change this route. He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Going to take a shot on second and short. Touchdown, Cardinal. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
Eastern Michigan, 7.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, what a scene there in Muncie. What a fine performance we've seen.
Eastern Michigan will kick it deep to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Off the play fake on first down. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed.
He's going to let it go. And it falls in complete. but it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets it out fast. Got a little space. Oh, there's an alley on the left. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying play action. Got his man. Touchdown, Ball State. A great catch and run for 6. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job, man. You got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the 2nd half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Cardinals line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Throws to the tight end. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Handoff from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Great move. Now he's got room. He's into the open down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in.
There he goes. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hoover. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snagged out of the air. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Cardinals want to crank the tempo.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Ball State. And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Coming out with it, it's Cutler. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Makes a catch along the sidelines, but he's going to lose yardage. The Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab at the 30. Off and running. Touchdown, Eagles! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Yeah, and That's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's caught. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They're working that left side. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down for this offense. Rides the back and leaves it. Good pickup. Round, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Second down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Now the play fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That's caught. It's Stevens. Wide open spaces. At the 20. Ripped off a huge shunt play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Another Ball State first down.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Jackrabbit.
From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Got his man. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield, it's James. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's James. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Hold and fire complete. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Penny on target. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's loose. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. Motion from the wideout. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Stevens. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close.
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Eastern Michigan, 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air on 1st down. He'll heave it deep. And that one's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time on target. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The give to the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. and he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe.
Turning it on. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. The throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
The Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Penny. Looking for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Makes the grab. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
One more play to pad the stats. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. He wants a big play here late. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.